Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today we're taking a look at a new Lattafa, and it's Lattafa's His Confession. All right, so His Confession is from the house of Lattafa. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and you can pick this sucker up for about $43 at places like Perfume Online and Fragrance Buy. Links will be down in the description if you decide you want to check this one out. Also have some coupon codes. Save yourself $5 off your purchase at either one of those discounters if you decide you want to shop with them. We have ourselves a brand new Lattafa, and I was pretty excited about this one, and the presentation on this, really quite nice. Nice thick cardboard box, has this nice kind of textured wavy pattern on the front there, and kind of like a bit of a parchment paper texture that's going on the side there. So all the necessaries on the back with the hologram, and it does open up like a so to reveal our fragrance bottle on the inside. Nice kind of fuzzy sort of insert on the door here. And it does have the fragrance bottle sitting here. Also has like a little poem on the inside. Not gonna read you guys poetry right now because we're gonna get to the bottle presentation, which is something else, to be quite honest. I don't mind this, but it is bordering on tacky, I'm not gonna lie. It's got this bust on the top, kind of a gold patch across the eyes going on there, which is kind of a nice added touch. And the bottle's got this kind of like melted, broken sort of edges going on to it, and something else. It's definitely worth a conversation-worthy style of bottle. Cap is very lightweight plastic, so it looks like it'd be heavy, but is deceivingly light, but the bottle does have some weight to it. And overall, the quality of the bottle is quite nice. Even though it is kind of a lightweight plastic, it does have some thickness to it, so it's not gonna crush or break too easily. And the atomizer on this sucker is quite nice. Nice, long, smooth sprays, good distribution, will definitely get the job done. So overall, for $43, digging the presentation on this. So if you're wondering what Lattafa's His Confession smells like, you've come to the right place, because I'm about to tell you. Some of the notes listed in this are a mandarin, cinnamon, lavender, iris, cypress, benzoin, mahalanal, vanilla, tonka, patchouli, incense, and some amber. So let me tell you what I get from this fragrance. In the opening, you get a really nice combination of that mandarin, that cinnamon, and a touch of that lavender. So the mandarin has a nice kind of bright citrus sweetness to it, mixes with that kind of warm, spicy cinnamon, and a nice little touch of some clean lavender. So it's a really interesting combination. Kind of warms up that mandarin a little bit, but it also keeps it nice and light and airy. And right away, you get hit with that iris as well. Nice, beautiful, sweet, powdery style of iris. And just combines really nicely with that kind of bright, fresh opening with that little bit of warmth that comes through. Really a nice opening to this. As this opens up a little bit more, that iris really starts to take the show a lot more. Hints of some fresh, spicy cypress, a little bit of a sharpness comes through. You also get that vanilla, that tonka, that benzoin, kind of forming a nice vanillic accord. Has a bit of kind of a spiced vanilla, almost like a little hint of a smoked vanilla that comes through, but really it's about that iris in the opening. As you get towards the dry down, a little bit more of those woods come through, and that tonka comes through. It's kind of like a dry, almost woodiness that's there, and touches the patchouli, giving it that earthy touch. So it gets a little bit warmer, a little bit deeper, a little bit more sensual as this opens up and gets towards that dry down. But again, that iris is the star of the show and really leads the charge with this one. Very sweet, powdery style of iris that comes through. Blends really nice with those spices that are in there. The cinnamon does linger on a little bit, so it does have that warmth and that kind of sweet, warm, spicy cinnamon that's in there. And it just blends in really nicely with those woods, those earthy touches, and that vanillic accord. Just a beautiful, kind of mysterious, sexy, sensual style. Kind of an alluring scent profile that goes on to this. This is very much in the neighborhood of the Dior Homme Intense as well as the Givenchy Gentleman EDP. Some have said that this is a direct clone of Selena Black Tie. Haven't had my nose on that one, so I can't necessarily tell you. But in terms of the Dior Homme Intense and the Givenchy Gentleman EDP, definitely has overlaps with that. The iris that comes through in this is very familiar. You will recognize that from like the Dior Homme Intense, and the spice profile that's in this, along with some of the kind of earthy, woody touches that are in here as well, will definitely remind you of those fragrances. So definitely in the same genre. I'm not a one-to-one clone of either of those fragrances necessarily, but if you like those fragrances, you're definitely gonna like this one. So when it comes to the performance of Lattafa's His Confessions, it's an average performer. The projection on this is very soft, very moderate style of projection, which kind of fits with that kind of sexy, mysterious, alluring style of scent DNA that goes onto it. So I'm not necessarily disappointed with the projection, but it's barely an arm's length and it does settle back into more of an intimate scent profile at that point. So this is not going to fill up the room unless you go absolutely nuts on the sprays with this one. But average amount of sprays on this one, projection is moderate to fairly soft. The longevity on this does last a decent amount of time. I'm clocking 6-8 hours off skin before it really becomes a skin scent, but you can push that out on your clothing. I do find this lasts a lot longer on clothing if you get it there, but you're not pushing this fragrance out. This is very much kind of a very sensual, intimate, close encounter style of fragrance. So if you're looking for a beast mode, room filling style of fragrance, you're not going to get it with this one. But overall, for kind of the scent profile, the theme they were going for with this one, I think it is appropriate. I do wish it projected a little bit better and maybe lasted a little bit longer, but overall, I'm not disappointed, but not necessarily thrilled either. So when it comes to the where and when, I think Lattafa's His Confessions would be most appropriate. I think this is a great fall and winter style fragrance. It has that spice, has a little bit of that dry woods, that sweet powdery iris that just really fits the bill for those fall and winter seasons. Just the right level of sweetness, just the nice ambery, irisy type of texture that comes through, and those spices just makes this just a fantastic fall and winter fragrance. Not necessarily a bad choice for the spring, but it doesn't have that kind of freshness, that liveliness that you might be looking for the spring. And I do think the sweetness and the spice in this would be a little bit too much in the summertime, maybe on a summer evening when it's a little bit cooler, but through and through, I think this is a fall and winter fragrance. And in terms of occasions, you can wear this casually, but I think where this really shines is on date nights, more formal occasions. Like I said, has a kind of that sexy, sophisticated, kind of alluring scent profile that's going on for this. That would just be perfect for evenings out, date nights, and formal occasions. Definitely is office friendly. This isn't going to blast off into the next cubicle and choke out your coworkers, so I do think you can wear this to the office without any problems. And not necessarily a great gym fragrance. It just doesn't fit the bill for the gym in my personal opinion. So overall, great fall winter fragrance, and I definitely think this is a great date night, evening out, and formal occasion. So my overall thoughts on Lattafa's His Confessions. Really enjoy this fragrance. This is a really well put together fragrance. The quality is definitely there, and I really enjoy that opening transition into that dry down, that nice kind of bright citrusy mandarin with that sweetness, mixing with that cinnamon, giving it that kind of warmth with that touch of lavender is absolutely gorgeous as it mixes in with that nice, sweet, powdery style of iris. Iris in this is absolutely gorgeous. If you're an iris fragrance fan, you are definitely going to like this one. And I really like how it transitions down into the dry down where it adds in that kind of spiced vanilla with little hints of some smokiness coming through. The cypress, the cedar add just like a little bit of kind of a spiced wood profile to it as well. Little touches of some earthiness around the edges, and just the overall, that powdery texture, that amberiness that comes through, it just all works together very, very well. So like I said, if you're into the Dior Homme Intense, Givenchy Gentleman EDP style of fragrances, I definitely think this one is going to just fit the bill for you. You're really going to enjoy this one. The only thing I would say, and like I mentioned earlier, is I wish the performance on this was slightly better. I get why they're kind of dialed it back a little bit, but I think the projection could have been just a little bit better just to kind of give this a little bit of an extra push. But I'm just being a little bit picky at the moment, but I think for $43, the scent profile on this overall, and just the sophistication, the sexiness, the allure of this one is absolutely gorgeous and definitely worth checking out. That's Lattafa's His Confession. And I want to hear from you guys. What's another Lattafa fragrance you want to see me do a full review on? Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your different recommendations, your hidden gems, different tastes and scent profiles. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.